This is the 25th of August, 1510 Cherry. And a quick explanation of what's going on out here. Both gutters are sloped to that point right there. That comes down and goes into that pipe, which is directly above the place downstairs, which you'll see in a minute, which is constantly wet. Now that's okay. It could be better, but the reason those holes are in that pipe is the bigger problem, and that's the runoff. When it rains, even a moderate rain, particularly in a heavy rain, the front of the house acts like a conduit. That lighter concrete runs with water from the lawn and from just rain hitting it underneath those blocks, and it goes right into that crushed rock there, which, unless we're having a very heavy rain, almost like a hurricane downpour, the water just keeps going down through that rock into the basement, and it never reaches the height of those holes, or rarely does. It can, and I've seen it reach that height when we put a hose in there, but that's really the difficulty, is the excuse me, the slope of the ground outside the house. It's sloped toward the house, and that concrete pad is sloped toward the house. And a smaller thing is the joint between the step and the porch there, but that's going to be caulked. So it's mainly the rain coming down there, and the same thing happens on the back side of the house to a lesser extent. So if these gutters were redirected, that might help, but it still would be fighting all that water going right into that corner there. And now I'm directly under the front porch. That's the front porch right there. That's the concrete. So when the water comes straight down that corner, that's where it ends up. And that's had the Mildacide 3 treatments. So what you see there is basically dirt right now. But that'll be painted. And that's what stays wet. Those are hollow core block, and it stays wet. Same situation happens behind me on the back side of the house. Not because of downspouts or anything, but just because it needs to be caulked. So this is a difficulty, and I'll show you two other things. And of course that's the washing machine. The washing machine dumps into that sump, and when the float turns it on, it pumps up and out. The problem is, when the pump goes off, all the water in that pipe rushes back into the hole, and when it does, it empties out that trap, or sometimes that trap can fill up with sewage coming down there. So there's a 1-inch stop valve that will go right there. When they turn the washer on and it dumps into there, what happens is the outlet is below the water level in the tub, so it siphons the water in the tub out. And I don't know how they can use the washer, but anyway, so that's going to be redone right there. And back to this corner under the front porch. Apparently this has been a long-standing problem because the entire basement has been painted with, it appears, latex paint. And this will stay humid, and there's water in those blocks right now until either the front is regraded and the gutters are resloped to go to either side of the house, or a ventilation system is put into those block, particularly one or two suction points into the block at the bottom of the wall, and a floor penetration is made to dry out under the house. And of the two, the ventilation system is much cheaper. So this is for your information.